Hey everyone, welcome to Disney Movie Reviews with Mrs. Emily. Joining me today is Mrs. Emily, and today we are going to go through our top 5 Disney movies. Okay, now, Mrs. Emily, we did not give much criteria for this. We just made a list of animated Disney movies. So if you're thinking, oh, why didn't they include this movie or that movie? It's probably because it's not animated, so it didn't make the cut. But
otherwise, High School Musical would be in my top 5.
Absolutely, High School Musical number 1. But to make it fair for everyone, we just tried to limit it to animated movies. So what we're going to do is we're going to go from 5 all the way to number 1. We'll go back and forth. We will discuss why it made our top 5 list, and then we'll see if we agree on number 1 or if we're different on number 1. And maybe there's be some shockers in there. Who knows? I know some of mine might not be considered great, but I'm excited to hear your list and to see what we've got. Okay?
No, I threw some curveballs in there for sure.
So let's go ahead and we'll start with you since you are the guest here. Okay. What is your number 5 Disney movie?
My number 5 is a one that I have seen recently, and so a little surprising that it made the top 5, but I just truly love it. It is Ralph Breaks the Internet.
Ralph Breaks the Internet, okay.
Yes. Disclaimer, I saw the second one, which is Ralph Breaks the Internet, before Wreck-It Ralph, and so I was trying to piece together context from the first movie. Even without it, I still highly enjoyed it. I was supposed to be writing a paper at the time that my nieces were watching it, but it was so captivating. I pretty much watched the entire movie, watched it with them again when they were sick. So maybe it's because I associate a little bit of watching the movie with both of my nieces because I love them, but it's also just very good. It's very funny.
Okay.
I think Vanellope has a song in this one. I always love a good Disney song. And it's just really cute. It's about friendship, how to be a friend. I love it.
I do like Ralph Breaks the Internet. I thought that was a really fun concept to go into the internet itself and a look at different parts of it. Before I say my number 5, I actually have an honorable mention that was this close to making the cut, but it just barely didn't. And it's Oliver and Company. I know that's a movie that not many people have watched and enjoyed. But I love that movie, and I love the songs they sing. I just think it's a really fun movie. That almost made the cut, but it just barely didn't. So anyways, with all that being said, my number 5 is The Hunchback of Notre Dame. I love that movie.
Interesting.
I think it's super fun. I love the music. The music in it is fantastic. Love Esmeralda. She's one of my favorites. I wish she was technically a Disney princess because she would be on my top 5 Disney princess list, but she's not. She doesn't fit that category, but I just love that movie. And fun fact, one summer I had a VCR. I'm really old, guys. Let's just start with that. I'm really old, so I had a VCR tape of The Hunchback of Notre Dame. And I was so lazy that summer, I never changed it out, and I didn't have cable on my TV, so I just watched The Hunchback of Notre Dame all summer long. But I loved it so much that it was I didn't even care. I would have it on in the background, everything. So yes, love The Hunchback of Notre Dame, but it comes in at number 5 because my other ones, I just feel it just keeps going up, yeah. So. But now let's go to number 4.
Okay.
Emily, what is your number 4 movie?
I realized this was in my top 5 this morning as I was thinking about it. It is The Fox and the Hound.
The Fox and the Hound.
I love The Fox and the Hound.
It's a good one.
I'm realizing a theme. I really like movies about friendship. I really like the dynamic between Copper and Todd. I love foxes and dogs, and so that's 2 of my favorite things in one movie title. It's just a good, feel-good story. I cried all the time as a kid when I watched it, especially at the beginning and at the end. I just love Fox and the Hound. It's really good.
That's a really good one. I respect that choice. That's a good one. Number 4 for me is Tarzan. And I watched this the other day with my mom. and it is awesome. I love Tarzan. I love, once again, just the music is
good.
The best. I think it's my favorite soundtrack of a Disney movie, so I just love all the songs. I just think it's a really funny movie. I think it's a lot of fun, so that's why it's number 4 for me. I love it. It's childhood too. I watched that all the time as a kid, so I just think it's also got a bit of like nostalgia in there for me too.
Oh yeah.
So
for sure.
now I guess we should go to number 3. Miss Emily, what is number 3 for you?
Number 3 for me is Hercules.
Oh, another solid one.
Yes, very solid. And it's also, I don't know what number it is for my husband Chris, but it's one of his favorite movies. Almost purely, I think this might be my favorite Disney soundtrack. The songs are super solid. Zero to Hero, I Won't Say I'm in Love. Good, solid songs. Very good. I thought Hades, he might be one of my favorite Disney villains, right up there with Captain Hook. Like, he's solid. Love the story, love the songs. Hercules is good.
Yeah. No, I love Hades as a villain. I think he is so funny. And it's even better when you realize the guy who played Hades made up most of those lines. Like,
I'm a big improv girl. Love it.
So Hades is awesome. I love Hercules. It didn't make my list, but Hercules is a really good one. Number 3 for me is Toy Story 2. And I love the original Toy Story, but I think Toy Story 2 is so much more fun. Like, I feel like I love the parts where, you know, they visit the rest of the Roundup gang with Jesse and Bullseye the horse. I just love those parts. I think it's a lot of fun. The Jessie scene always makes me get really emotional when she gets left behind by her owner. It just makes me so sad, but I love it at the same time. It makes you feel for them, even though they're just toys, you know. Like, it's so fun. Yeah, they're more than toys, but I just love it. And then the bloopers at the end make it for me. That is one of the funniest things they've ever done, and I absolutely love it. I love the blooper reel at the end. So yeah, for me, Toy Story 2 is in the top 3 just because it is an all-around great movie.
Feel good movie.
Okay, so now we're gonna get into like the top 2. So this is
These are big.
These are the big choices right here. So Mrs. Emily, what is number 2 on your list?
Oh, and I think my number 2 is a good, solid number 2. It's Beauty and the Beast.
Oh.
I love it. The songs are so fun. Not even just the songs, but when you watch the movie, the musical numbers themselves. Be Our Guest. Are you kidding? It's so good. I love the characters. They're so funny. I think Belle is so strong. I looked up to Belle. It was one of my favorite movies growing up. I just looked up to her. I was a little bookworm, and so I saw myself in Belle, and I just love it. I love it. I love the love story. I love everything about it. I love Beauty and the Beast.
That's awesome. Yeah, Beauty and the Beast is fantastic, and I will not say anything else about it, but at number 2, for me, this might be a surprise for a lot of people. It's Lady and the Tramp.
Oh no, it's good. I've watched it recently.
I love Lady and the Tramp. I don't know, maybe it's because I just love dogs and I don't have a dog, so I felt like it was needed for me to love this movie since it is all about dogs. But I love it. It's so sweet and it's so cute, and I don't know, I know it doesn't have a whole lot of songs, but the songs that are in there are really, really good. So I love Lady and the Tramp. That's my number 2.
It's a good one.
I feel great about my choice though. Okay, and now the top of the list, number 1. Miss Emily, what is your number 1 Disney movie that you love to watch?
This is actually super easy. I ranked this before I ranked anything else because it's just the placeholder favorite. It's been my favorite for years. It's Tangled. I love Tangled so much, and I saw myself in Belle. That's why it was number 2. I relate the most and see myself the most in Rapunzel. Not really the long blonde hair part, but just she's an optimist and she's an idealist, and that is me to a T. I would just like to see the best in everybody and in every situation. I love adventuring. I love it. The music is so solid. The voice of Rapunzel is Mandy Moore, who I love to death. It is just a good movie. I love the animal sidekicks in that movie. Pascal,
So
the little chameleon. I don't really like that, but I love him. I love that movie. I love Tangled. It's solid. If any of you haven't seen it, that's your homework for today, is watch Tangled 5 times.
I love Tangled. That was one that I heavily considered putting into my top 5,
It's a shame you didn't.
I just, it was so tough. All these are so good. I really enjoy all these movies. But yeah, Tangled's fantastic. I love Tangled. I didn't like Tangled at first when it first came out because I was in high school, so I thought princess movies were kind of dumb. But over time, I have learned to love Tangled for what it is. So great choice for number 1. Wow. And then if you've come to Kids Life before and you were here when I first got here, you already know what Mr. Lane's number 1 Disney movie is, but just for the sake of the video, I'll go ahead and say it. It's Beauty and the Beast.
I love that.
Number 1, Beauty and the Beast. Love it, like you said. It's just so much fun. All the songs are so good. It's just a great movie. I really love it. I really do. It's awesome.
So, you just walk away from it feeling whole. I like the animated and I love the live action.
Okay, we differ a little bit there.
Okay.
I'm always pure animated. Like, I just think they did okay with the live action, but always animated first.
I just really like Dan Stevens, Downton Abbey.
It's really cute, yeah. Alright, so that is our top 5 Disney movie list, and what we want you guys to do now is to make your own top 5 Disney movie list. Write it down and then have your parents take a picture of it and send it to us. You can tag us on our Facebook page, FBW Kids, or you can tag me or Miss Kimberly in your predictions as well, or your choices. So make sure you make those lists, tag us in them so that we can see them. Thank you so much for joining us today on Disney Movie Reviews with Mrs. Emily. Make sure to come back every week to find out what we're going to talk about on our reviews, okay? Like and subscribe the channel and keep up with us, all right? Have a great day.
Bye.
Thank you guys for joining us today on our YouTube channel. Make sure to check out Miss Emily's YouTube channel at FBW Camp Noah and like and subscribe her channel as well. Make sure to leave us a like and a subscribe as well, and make sure your parents are tagging us on Facebook so that way we can keep up with everything you're doing, and that way you can also keep up with everything we're doing. Thank you guys so much again for joining us today, and make sure to come back each week as we give you new lists, all right? Have a great day.